رسول أوصيكم وإياي أولا باتقوا الله فقد فاز المتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alameen for all His blessing, His mercy, and what He have provided for all of us. May Allah forgive us, guide us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the righteous people. Ameen. Alhamdulillah, to all the brothers and sisters, firstly we would like to convey the salam of Sheikh Sharif, who is not able to be with you all today because he's busy with his own family. The mother just came from US, and inshallah we are trying our level best to make all of us understand the value, the spirit of Islam, not just the ritual of this religion, but understanding the value and also the spirit of Islam. Brothers and sisters, inshallah, before we continue today, I humbly would like to invite all of you to recite a short prayer for all of us. You just follow me to recite this prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilaika nusyur. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Our Prophet ﷺ was sent by Allah to guide all of us with the guidance of Allah. Not to follow Him blindly, but to follow what Allah commands us to follow. And it so happened that Allah commands us to follow His messenger, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, because Allah have chosen him to be the last messenger of Allah to all of us. To follow him as a man, as a human who live, eat, drink, have family, and also who die. So he is the best example for the believers who want to be a successful businessman, to be a successful person, to be a successful husband, to be a successful father, to be a successful leader. You have to look at just one person. The man that Allah Almighty, the Creator, the all-knowing, the all-seeing, choose him to be his last messenger. Thing that Allah have choose for us, Allah will not go wrong. God will not make any mistake. Thing that we choose, sometimes we may make the right choice, sometimes we make the wrong choice. That is our reality, because our knowledge about things is very limited. We cannot say, I know everything. We cannot say, I know what is going to happen to me tomorrow. No one knows. But Allah Almighty, He have all the knowledge about the past, the present, and the future. And that's when you look into the teaching of Islam, Islam is not here to teach you how to be a good Muslim only, but in the same time, Islam is here to expose to you what happened before. The good thing that happened before, so that we can learn from it. The bad thing that happened before, so that we will also learn from it and not to repeat the same mistake. Because history always said, history repeats. Whatever happened before can happen again. So we do not want to have a bad ending. So the past that is bad is a reminder. The past that talk about good is something for us to ponder, reflect, and for us to follow. Every time, from nation to nation, you will find three type of environment, three groups of people: the good, the bad, and the ugly one. You cannot escape. There is part of reality of life. Every time you have some people who are good, bad, and the uglies. So Allah, who loves us so much, exposed to us about what happened to the good people, what happened to the bad guy and the ugly people. So, as a reminder for us to be guided, to be saved from all the bad things, you just have to call the owner. Number one, you have to stop this guy from burning. Arrest them. Stop. You may got to get a new contractor, cost you a lot. Number one, we have armies. And our country is not at war in any near future. Army is just there in case of any emergency. The army have nothing to do actually. Exercise, eat, drink, marching, wearing uniform, and rest. Have a good time. This is something that is good. Train the army to be proactive. The army have all the bulldozer, they have all the heavy machinery, they have. Mobilize this. Make sure that this thing is being used for a good cause. Do you think it's practical? Oh, no, we are not supposed to fight anybody except our enemy. This is going to be your enemy now. The fire can become your enemy. You let it burn, now the whole nation is suffering. The money, the government may have to spend more than what they have been doing because million of the citizens is going to be having some flu here, having some illness because of the haze. And not only the country is suffering, neighbor country is suffering, we are suffering. Last 2 days when I was on the way to Penang, Subang Airport is full of passengers. And they say sometimes the area that the shop that's selling all the tidbits, people have to even sit inside the shopping area. Why? Because there are so many passengers stranded. They delay the flight from Subang to Langkawi, and then delay, they cancel. No flight can land in Langkawi because the haze is so thick that you can't even see anything in the airport. 9 flights was cancelled. Can you imagine passengers from 9 flights? Just because of this, you see, it caused a lot of losses to a lot of business. I was in Penang, lucky my flight. Not luck, it's Allah Qadar. We don't believe in luck, we believe in Qadar. Now, Allah make it easy that my flight was delayed just 20 minutes. Alhamdulillah. When I land in Penang, the same is. Penang also is suffering. The haze become thicker and thicker. And you know, when anybody from Penang among us here, from the north, one, you know, when you go back to Penang, you love Penang food. You love Penang nasi kandar number 1, lying clear, known, very well known. You will love the pasumber, you love the rojak, you will love all this, the what you call this laksa, Penang, very tasty and cheap. Too is good, taste and cheap. Alhamdulillah. But, so while we are going out to look for food, we found that there's so many food stores is closed to. Can you see the effect of this? To show us, brothers and sisters, we must care for each other. When you see something wrong, we must do something. At least speak up. Tell the leader what is happening. Tell the security, are we not taking care of the health of the people? Or we just don't care? Look at the hospital today. Full. Children is suffering. School has to close. Can you imagine the impact? It's because we don't care for the environment. Anyhow, brothers and sisters, this is just the beginning of our talk today. Warming up. We know what is happening. We always pray for the best, and that's why at this point of time, we have to keep on praying and ask Allah for His blessing, His mercy, and His protection. We need Allah's protection. We hope Allah will open the heart of the leaders who do not just think about politics, and what is happening around the environment is not their business. You know? It is part of their duty. Collectively, we should work together as one nation, yeah, to help everybody, our children and so on. And that's why in Islam, brother and sister, we have been talking about the do and don'ts. You remember we talked about the do and don'ts? We have been talking about why Allah forbid this, to make life difficult for us, maybe for people who don't understand. Why there are so many don't? Why not more do? How many don'ts? How many animals that we can eat? There is clear-cut animal. Name in the Quran, how many animals? Yeah? One animal only. In the form of animal. Only one animal. There is mentioned in the Quran. Other than that, it's been mentioned in the Hadith. To make us understand, what do you mean by maytata? Because the Quran talk about innama harama alaykumul maytata. I forbid you dead meat. Wadama, blood. Walahmal khinzir, and the meat of the pig, pork. So Allah mentioned the name of the animal only one, khinzir, the pig. وَمَا أُحِلَّ بِهِ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ. And the fourth one is anything even is halal. Chicken is halal meat. Beef is halal animal. Yeah. And also sheep, goat is halal. Camel is halal. But if you don't slaughter this animal with the name of Allah, that animal become haram. The meat of the animal you cannot consume. Even the animal in the beginning is halal animal, but because it's not slaughtered with the name of Allah, it's considered non-halal. Yeah. So the name of the animal only pig. The rest is a very general. Dead meat. What do you mean by dead meat? What do you mean by dead meat? Can you eat the cow when the cow is alive? Yeah. The cow will kick you. He wants to survive. He makes sure you die before him. You know. Of course, you have to slaughter him. Now he is dead. Now he is no more a living cow. Then that dead meat you can eat. But any animal who die before slaughtering, before you go to process of slaughtering, that is considered a dead meat. There's only one kind of dead thing. No, not one. Two that the Prophet said. When Allah said, I forbid you dead meat, the Prophet said, أُحِلَّ لَكُمُ الْمَيْتَتَانِ. But two dead thing is allowed for you. One is on land and one is on sea. Any seafood is halal. Most of the seafood that we eat are dead. It's in the market now. It's been frozen. And there is the dead fish, dead crab, dead squid. But you can consume, because that kind of dead meat do not need to slaughter. You just cut it and then clean it and then eat. The Japanese love to eat it raw. I've eaten the kind of fish in the Japanese restaurant in Japan. They order fish, very fresh fish. And the way they cut it, the Japanese are very skilled people. Very fine. Not only they are samurais, to the warlord, to the king, but they are very good in cutting fish. They know how to cut the fish, and they bring the fish and put it on your table, and the fish is still living. And the body is being cut. One fish, but the fish eye and his head is still moving and is looking at you. But now you can start to eat. They have the technique of knowing how to cut the fish that do not cut the nerve. Allahu Akbar. But you can eat if you're used to it. People who are not, how can I eat, man? Just look at the fish. The fish is looking at me. But you can eat if you're used to it. Allahu Akbar. Anyhow, anything from the sea, even is dead without being slaughtered, is halal. Maytatan, the Prophet said, two dead things that is still allowed. Anything from the sea, and on land is grasshopper, walujurat. Grasshopper is a food that is halal, but we have never eaten grasshopper because we are not used to it. Even the grasshopper is in front, I don't think you want to eat. But there's a lot of nutrition there. That's why they call grasshopper. They eat grass. They are better than flies, mosquitoes. But we don't eat because we have so many other food to eat. Until one day, when you have problem, then God only send grasshopper. Then you don't have to worry. You can just pick it up. You can fry it and make like a snack. And then if you are used to it. Now the Prophet also said, when Allah said, no blood. Blood is haram for you to drink or to eat. But the Prophet said, wadaman. Two type of blood that is halal. So what kind of blood that is haram? What kind of blood that is halal? It's very important for us to understand. The flowing, the running blood from any animals that is halal is haram. Blood donation is halal. Because you don't drink. But the thing that the Prophet said is halal, liver and what? The spleen, you call it. Is from the blood, but it's not a running blood. No? And the mother died. We feel more sympathy now. We have so many orphans now. What to do? We don't know how to do with these orphan cats. How to feed them? We have no idea. We have to call some friend who love cats, whose house there's special room only for cats. So we call SOS 999. Sister, brother, we have an issue here. Do you know how to help us? No problem, send them. So we send it there. Alhamdulillah. 4 orphans is been sent over, taking care. One just died a few weeks ago. It's many years already. They get affected with some kind of virus. They sent to the clinic. We're supposed to visit them, and that particular day the clinic was closed. After it reopened, we heard that cat passed away. Once in a while, we are going to visit. My wife also is very attached to the cat. When we call their name, they still come. You see how the relationship. Yeah. Anyhow, we talk about animals. Animals also have sickness. But Allah have prepared for every illness there is a cure. The animals, have their own instinct. They know where to look for their own medication. They vomit here, they vomit there. Maybe food poisoning sometimes. But if you leave them alone, you see, you don't have to worry. After some time, they stop vomiting. Because they will go and look for their own medication around this area. All the greens, the leaf that Allah created, there is a reason. It's not for you, but it's for them. Alhamdulillah. Now, how many of us been exposed to bird flu? You remember bird flu? Once you have this bird flu been declared in a country, million of chicken is going to be killed. To safeguard human, because human is more valuable than the chicken. When you have food, they said what? There was an incident in the West. The feet of the cow is having some problem infection. Yeah. A foot cow disease example. Then they have to slaughter the cows. And when you slaughter the cow meat cannot be eaten anymore because it's been attacked by certain kind of virus. And that's why in Islam, before you want to eat any animal that is halal, Islam wants you to slaughter it properly. Why? And see how the blood flow out. If the blood of the animal flow out normally, and the color of the blood is still normal, it is a sign that this animal is healthy, you can consume. There is a wisdom of slaughtering. And if the blood flow out in a different form, clot, it's like a blockage, clot here, and then the color start to change a bit here and there. For the normal people, they will know. Meaning, there is some infection in this animal. Don't consume. It's not healthy for you. And that's why that blood cannot be eaten. The Chinese love that blood. Chinese, alhamdulillah, they love exotic food. They go for many kind of things that we hardly want to eat. Yeah. To show the difference that we are Chinese. We eat almost everything except wood and stone we don't eat. Alhamdulillah. Why the Chinese eat that? Sometimes it's just, their culture. When they slaughter the animal, the blood is going to flow out. They collect that blood. After collecting that blood, They may boil it, cook the blood for a while. After being boiled, when it gets cold, they will put into the freezer. Then they bring it up, it become blood jelly. Like tauhu fa. Tauhu fa is white from soya bean. But this is from the blood, it become like a blood jelly. Like what you call this agar-agar. Do it taste nice? Oh yeah, I've taken it before. Before I became a Muslim, I've taken this. So when you order what you call kway teow soup, kway teow soup or mee soup, Chinese one, normally they put that. They cut few cube and they put as what? As a dressing. Wow. It tastes good, but only haram. It's a taste, another taste. But it's that kind of blood is haram. Even now it's in a form of jelly because it's from the running blood. But if you slaughter that running blood, just throw it away, because if there's some minor disease, it will go out with the blood. And that's why sometimes we go cupping. You know cupping? Cupping is doing what? To take out the blood, the dirty blood. We just got to flush it out. That's why the woman normally, in general, live longer than men. In general, women live longer than men. So there are more women who are widows than men. Why? Because your nature, Allah created very unique. That your body have their own flushing system. Every month you go through some flushing system. It's good for you, but the men, they don't know how to flush one. They get clogged here and then got heart attack. Jalan. So that's why men hardly go to clinic compared with women. Women have a lot to do to their body, to check up, to make sure everything is normal. That is very unique. Allah created you in a very unique way because He gave you one one special organ that Allah did not give to all the men. That is the rahim, the womb that bear babies. No man can have that. And Allah allowed that to process, and that's why you have your own flushing system. And that's why most of you are more healthier than the men. In a way. So it's good to be a woman anyhow. But a man will say, I choose to be a man. But anyhow, this is a good thing for us to understand. And then the Prophet ﷺ was reminded about the pig. So when the pig is concerned, somebody is arguing. Allah said, Lahmal khinzir. When come to pig, Allah mentioned the meat of the pig. When come to dead animal, dead meat, He didn't say what kind of animal. And when you come to blood, He never said what kind of blood. But when you come to the animal of a pig, He mentioned lahmal khinzir. Lahma means meat. And that is why some people start to use their rational. The only thing that Allah forbid is eating the meat of the pig. But how about his bone? We clean everything, we take his bone. And then we cook one pot of bubur. In Ramadan, Ramadan, the mosque always a big pot of porridge. Just throw one bone, one rib bone. That is been clean, everything. No more meat, no more what you call fat. Just pure bone. And you tell the people, just a bone. You throw into this pot of porridge. Do you think the Muslim will eat? No way, man. No way. Even anything to do with just one small piece, we will never eat anything from that pot anymore. To show you what is haram is haram. But people argue, but God don't say that the bone cannot. God just said the meat. And that's why a lot of sisters, sometimes they buy bags. No, sister love bags. And sometimes only you remember how many bags you have. From the bigger to the smaller, medium size, and to the smaller size. That's why the sister always become the victim of robbery. People rob you because of that. Men have just one purse or maybe a wallet here and there. And attached very close to the body, we have to carry. The snatch thief also would attack only the woman because the woman carry their bags. And sometimes you buy and you forget to check the skin. Oh, cheap leather, cheap sale. After you buy the thing, then you came to know the skin is made of from the pig skin. What are you going to do, sister? You buy shoes. Oh, leather shoes. Made from where? It's an Italian product made from China. And later on we found out the few dot design of the skin, the leather. That particular dot is a sign is from the pig skin. What do you do normally? What you do? People still argue. The only thing that Allah said you cannot eat is the meat. Nothing to do with the bone, nothing to do with the skin. And they use another general saying of the Prophet, any skin from the animal that is been cleaned Islamically with what? With the soil, known to the Malay sama. Then that skin is halal to be used. So how about the pig skin? Normally, brother and sister, those who deal with leather, after slaughtering an animal, and then they take the skin, normally they will soak it with the earth, mud. You have to cut the smell, to throw away the smell, to erase the smell of the skin. Because the mud have his own chemical, cleansing chemical. It's Allah's cleansing chemical. Then the Prophet said, إِذَا حَرَمَ اللَّهُ شَيْئًا حَرَمَ ثَمَنَهُ. If Allah forbid something on you, then anything to do with that is haram. Trading, buying, selling is haram. So it's better to stay away. We don't want to wear that and then we go to the mosque and then tell the people, it is true, very soft, the leather, but it's pig skin. Immediately you say that, I don't think they allow you to step into the mosque. Immediately they are going to stop you. Because they are worried, when you step there, they have to clean that part. You step on the carpet, khalas, all the carpet got to bring out. Our understanding, Islamically, is still okay. You just normal cleaning. Because there is no sama in the teaching of our Prophet Sama on pig. Pig, you just clean normally. The only sama using mud or soil applied to dogs. Only some scholars, they try to make some analogy, qiyas, that anything that is forbidden that is allowed to be done on a dog should apply to the pig. Because they consider this is najis mughallaza, heavyweight, najis. You got medium weight and lightweight najis sometimes. This is considered heavyweight one. But the Prophet never mentioned anything about samak on the pig. Just stay away, it's haram. Anything to do with pig is haram. This is just some example. And the last one that Allah said about haram in food is even the animal is halal, but you slaughter it without the name of Allah. Because this animal belong to Allah. Every life belong to God. You have no right to take the life without the permission of God. That's why Allah said, وَلَا تَقْتُلْ النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. You are not supposed to kill except what is allowed by Allah. You want to eat the animal, you can kill. You kill with the name of Allah. Seek Allah's permission to take his life. It's not we who give life to the animal, it's Allah who gives life. So if you want to take the life of the animal, the minimum you must say Bismillah with the name of Allah. Seek his permission. Where Allah allowed you to kill an animal for a reason. For you to consume. Or because the animal is affected with certain kind of disease to protect your life. Yes. But Allah do not allow you to just kill animal for nothing, for fun. No. You just catch one dog, tie it down from a far distance, and you take an arrow, you try to train. Shooting at the dog, living dog, is haram. You cannot torture the animal. Or maybe you don't like a pig. You catch a baby pig, the mother pig, you dare not catch because he's bigger than you. You catch a small one, you hang it somewhere, make it like a target. And then you use training arrow. Yeah, shooting arrow, archery. Hitting the living pig is haram. Allah created the pig even is haram. The pig have his purpose to be in this world. He have his own purpose. You cannot just cut it away. Your duty is that I created him, but I said you don't eat, finish. But it's Allah's creation too. You can kill certain things that Allah allowed you. Animal, like flies that you can kill is what? Mosquito, you can kill. You don't have to bite the mosquito. He bite you, you bite him. No. You kill them because he bring dengue to you, danger, malaria, dangerous. Anything that may cause danger, kill. Yeah. Just an example. Yeah. That is to talk about food. Because we are talking about the do and don'ts before. And it's important to understand why Allah said this. Because Allah created us, He knows that we have to survive. We have to eat. We have to drink. Because this is our fitrah. So Allah loves us so much, He guides us. Eat this. Drink this kind of drink that do not intoxicate you. Anything that cause harm to you, stay away. You save yourself from a lot of problems. Inshallah. There are many halal food for us to eat. But then Allah said at the end of that ayah, if you are forced to eat something that there's no other food except that food, the haram food exists, then Allah said, Fala isma alayh. To survive. You cannot say, no way. I will prepare to die than to eat the haram meat. No. At that point of time, committing suicide is haram. So you are allowed to eat the haram meat at the point of necessity to survive. And the hukum do not change. Haram still haram. Only that particular time, there is no sin upon you. Just an example. When you see the traffic light say red, means what? Red means what? Stop. If you still go after red, and then if there is a police just in front of you, do you think he will stop you? And do you think he'll say, oh, you okay, you okay? You know? No problem, no. Oh, you dare to challenge the law. Huh? You know there's a roadblock there, and you still dare to bypass the traffic light. But if the traffic light is still red, but you have a traffic policeman on duty signal you, move! Move! Can you move? Should you move? You cannot argue no. Red. Why? You are blind. You cannot say to the police you are blind. I follow the law, you know. The law said red, stop. Should you follow the instruction? If not, they are going to summon you again. Then you can summon them in court. We'll fight you in the court. Then there is an understanding when the traffic police say move, you follow the traffic police. Why? Because maybe there's some emergency, maybe there's some VVIP going to pass through, they want the flow to be smooth, so you have to follow the instruction. Meaning, they have secure your movement. They make sure that even red you can move because you won't get hit by other cars because they have blocked the other side. Then you can move, no problem. But will they find you at that point of time? Will they find you? They won't find you. But red is still red. They never change the color of the traffic light. Maybe in the future they should think of changing. You know, when they have some incident, the traffic police will have the kind of remote control, just on green until it turns red. But they can't change because too many things to get involved with. So they just stand a man to guide you. But red is still red. Haram still haram. But at that point of time, when necessity come in, you can eat to survive. Eat to survive. Remember, yeah, eat to survive. Not eat until you get so full. No. Just to survive. Don't keep on eating 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate. No. Just for you to survive. Then stop. Have some energy, stop. Move again. Now we are talking about food. Yeah? Today I like to end with talking about what is forbidden for us when relationship is concerned. This is the law of munakahat. The law of munakahat means the law of marriage. Allah created us. We know that we need food. We need to survive. And Allah also created male and female for what? Why do Allah create male and female? So that, insha'Allah, the human production will continue. If not, then the purpose of this world is defeated. The reason Allah made this world so that they got inhabitants. And the only creation of Allah who really can make use of this planet Earth for the maximum is human being. Because we can develop. See how developed our country today. Compare 50 years ago. Everything have changed. Now today you want to go for a single-story house is so difficult. Before, all single. So nice. Yeah? You feel like you're at home. Today, all is multi-layer. It's like pigeonhole now. What can we do? Whether you like it or not. You have to live in a pigeonhole. They forget that we are human. They make the unit so small, they go for maximum value, they cut your throat. They don't care. Business people today, they don't care for you, don't think that they care for you. They want to cut your throat without you realizing. They put some decoration here, decoration there. Yeah, not even 1,000 square feet, 750 square, they charge you $500,000, 600,000. You know the market price today? Terrible. What is happening? They don't care. Why? Because we allow this kind of thing to happen. We should know how to control. How many citizens we have in the country? How big is the whole land in this country? We can control if you want. That everyone has the right to a house. But because we allow a small group of people to benefit, we don't care about the majority. And this is what happened. We create an imbalanced society. When people don't have their own right to own some basic necessity, cause them to think negatively and cause them to steal. Cause them to survive from the different means. They don't care. You don't care about us, why must we care about other people? Is that what happened in today's world, brothers and sisters? This is the reality. That's why Islam is here to remind us. You must honor the right of a human more than anything else. You must value a human more than dollars and cents. Today the world has changed. And that's why a country we have population that is so huge like China, they cannot apply the system of capitalism. The rich get richer and they exploit the poor. They don't care. Because that law allowed the rich to do anything they like. They can corrupt anybody they like. They build houses, upright, going up, and they don't even have place for the children to play anymore. No room. They squeeze every inch of the land to maximize their own profit. What kind of lifestyle are we developing? A very imbalanced lifestyle. Look at the old housing estate. They have values. They have houses, ling house around, and in the middle they have a playground, greens, badminton court. That is very good. That community need to get to know each other as neighbors. The children can get together and play in front of their house. They don't have to run away so far, and it's secure. Healthy lifestyle. Have you seen that kind of housing estate before? Every housing estate surrounded, then in the middle they have a playground. That it should be the balance. Today, very sad. Because people don't follow the Islamic value. Islamic value protect human rights. To own a decent home. To have a very decent environment. So the children have good values. If not, they are going to get involved in a lot of other negative activities. We should encourage healthy lifestyle by providing the environment. Now all the residential area before was for residential, for families. Now suddenly they have all the shop lots. They are opening bars, karaoke. What kind of lifestyle are you exposing to the resident, to the children? Young children were exposed to all those bars and all the nightclubs. It's very unhealthy. Australia until today, alhamdulillah, you can see the value. After certain time, 6, 7 p.m., most of this area is closed down. They want people to be in the family. Stay at home. Spend your time with your family. Not like our country, 24 hours, 7/24. You want nasi lemak, is there. Dietary, there. Roti canai, there. So rich with food. So that's why when people come here, they'll shock. Hey, you Malaysians don't eat at home one. They thought that we don't cook. We thought that we all are outdoors family. Everything outdoor. Because you see the restaurant, there are restaurants before, they have no doors. Can you imagine? Restaurant without doors. Because they don't close. Why they need a door? They have 24 hours, the staff keep on changing, and then the business keep on going on. What kind of lifestyle are we creating? Something must, we must look into it carefully. The Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Health, Security, all must look into it. Because the night evil is worse than the day evil. There are two kinds of shaitan. The day shaitan and the night shaitan. And the worst one is the night one. The night one is more active, more productive, more collective. They work in a gang. Daytime, because the light is there. In the Middle East, brother and sister, can you see how smart the government there? How alert the government there? They have parks. They have a lot of recreation area, open area for the public. But all the parks have spotlight. All the parks have spotlight. When night falls, because night the weather is cooler. So it's easy for people to go out and have a good time with their family, with their children. And always at night is a better time for you to go out and relax and get some fresh air and run around, because nighttime is cooler. But they need security. So all the recreation area, the park in the middle have spotlight. Night come, when the family start to go, all the light is on. It protects the children. It protects the woman. And they got area, only family is allowed to go there. All the single one, you go to another park. Don't disturb the privacy of the family. You want to come to this park, you must bring your family. Either you bring your sister, your mother, if you are not married, your father with you, or your own family. Is that good? So there's no way of people having a lot of car breakdown, In our country at night, you can see all this recreational area, a lot of car broke down. A lot of car parking there. But the people don't go out. Why they go to the outside and they don't go out? They park their car and then they stay inside the car. It's better to stay inside the house. Why they do that? Because they don't feel secure to go outside, because it's dark. You see the difference between when you know what Islam offers you and what the people who don't understand the value of security. Just an example, brother and sister. Lord, many things to share with you, but let me go through this first. We talk about food, drink, environment. And now we are going to talk about the life that we have to go through sooner or later. We do not want to end up living alone. We want to share our feeling, our love. All this law of marriage, how to get married, how to look for a good partner. Of course, you want to have a good partner, just not a partner. Yeah? In business, do you like to have an active partner or a sleeping partner? In business. And how many business lady here? How many business brother here? In business, do you like to have an active partner or a sleeping partner? Active partner. Then it works better. In marriage life, do you want to have a good partner or just a man? As long as I have a husband, I have a wife. Do you just want that kind of condition that as long as you're married, or you want to have a happy partner? Which one do you prefer, sister? Sister, happy partner. A partner that can really make you happy. When you look at him, he makes you so secure because he is there to care for you, to love you. And sometimes you don't even have to talk to him. He knows how to respond to your needs because he is a man who feels for you. Is that a good man? Yes. Sometimes you love to eat something, but you don't see the way he look at you. He go and buy the thing that you want to eat. How do you feel? You feel good. You have a man who go out shopping for you. Normally you have to shop by yourself. That's good, alhamdulillah. You need that kind of partnership, not just a partner. Yeah? But in the same time, before I continue, let me share with you when you want to settle down. You must also know who you can get married with and who you can't. Everything there is a do and don't. For this, I would like all the brothers and sisters to note it down if you have a pen or you have your handphone with you. Just go to Surah An-Nisa. Surah An-Nisa is Surah number 4. Yeah. Is that Surah number 4? Surah An-Nisa. Surah number 4, you go to verses 23. You note it down first, then you can read it by yourself when you are free. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is here to guide us. Whoever have a plan to look for a partner, first you must know who that you can choose to be your partner, your life partner. Forbidden to you, Allah said, Hurimat alaykum. Like Allah said to the food and the drink, Innama harama alaykum. I forbid you to eat this kind of thing. I forbid you to do this thing. And now, forbidden to you for marriage. It started from the man to the woman first. Your mother, ummahatukum wa banatukum wa akhawatukum wa ammatukum wa khalatukum wa banatul akhi wa banatul ukhti wa ummahatukum allati arda'nakum wa akhawatukum min ar-rada' ila al-akhir ayah. Forbidden, that means haram for you in marriage, are your mother. We start from the males first. The man is haram to marry their mothers. Of course, it won't happen, but it happened before. Why this law was revealed? Because it happened that people married their mother. The mother got married very young age, and later on the father died. Now the son grown up so fast. The mother loved the son so much, and the son loved the mother too, and they got married. And that's why Allah revealed this ayah, because it happened. Certain culture, there's no issue. As long as you love me, I love you, everything goes. Their law is love. Other law is not important. Forbidden to you for marriage your mother, your daughters. And sometimes you have father got married very young, got a daughter grow up so fast. With all the fast food and everything, they grow so fast. You know? Your sisters. Your father's sister. Your father's sister is who? Your aunt. Your mother's sister, also your auntie from your mother's side. Even they are very attractive. Sometimes your auntie can be younger than you. True or not? Yeah. I have an uncle who is younger than me, is 15 years old. But what can I do? I see him, uncle, uncle. That is his status. Your brother's daughter. Your what? Your brother's daughter is who? Your niece. You have beautiful niece sometimes. You adore her, you love her, you play with her, you fall in love with her. But still, you can't get married with them. Your sister's daughter, either from your brother's side, or as long as there is your niece, it goes same to the woman. That means your nephew. You just go the opposite. Everything you see the opposite, and then you know the do and the don't. Your foster mother, who suckled you, your foster milk suckling sister, Rada, with condition. Why this law was revealed? Because it is very common in the time of the early generation, the early nation. Until today, among the Arabs, this is very popular, but not to the non-Arabs. You have mothers whose profession is to breastfeeding newborn baby. Allah give them a lot of hormone that they produce milk a lot because of the food and everything, and it become a profession. They will go to the market and offer their services. You must pay, of course. You want your son to stay with me so that I can give your son some breastfeeding, and you pay for that. Even our Prophet was breastfeeded by how many women? First his mother, Amina. Second, Suwaiba, a freed slave by Abu Lahab. And the third one is Halimatul Sa'diyah. Yeah. With condition that you have been fed minimum 5 times. If you have any, you suck the milk of any mothers, less than 5 times is not under this category. Minimum. That means you must have breastfeed by the woman 5 times or more. Then that woman become your foster mother. And her daughters, her children become your sibling. You cannot get married with them anymore. You are like Mahram to them. You can expose your aura in front of them. Even there's no fatherly ties, but because of the breastfeeding. And remember, breastfeeding, only the law of breastfeeding will be reinforced when you breastfeed the baby before 2 years. So when you want to take any adoption children, if you want to adopt any children that you don't have, maybe we have been married for years, but Allah did not give us any offspring, you miss the family, miss somebody. So they want to adopt a child. You only adopt a child before 2 years. You must get a child before 2 years, and the best thing to do it, after you adopt the child, make sure you breastfeed the child 5 times minimum. Now, even you are not, you don't have your own children, today the technology, Allah allow you to use to get the advice from the doctor and see whether the doctor can give you a hormone injection that you can produce some milk and you breastfeed that baby less than 2 years old 5 times, then they become your what? Your foster child. But after 2 years, no. Any breastfeeding after 2 years is not accepted. Because the breastfeeding only apply for 2 years. And there's a saying that people say, how about when our wife is pregnant? Again, the second pregnancy, before the first child finish their 2 years circle of breastfeeding. Now we are pregnant again. Now they got milk. And sometimes the husband is drinking the milk. What is going to happen to the husband now? What is going to happen to the husband when the husband drinks the milk of the wife? Suckling husband now? You don't consider yourself as a mahram wife because you are not below 2 years. You are above 2 years already. Maybe you are helping your wife to ease her body, because sometimes Allah gives, she's very productive, very healthy. Your wife, mother. Who is your wife, mother? Mother-in-law. Now, it's in-law already, not outlaws. It's in the law already. The mother-in-law. Your stepdaughter under your guardianship. When it comes to the stepdaughter or the stepson, example, under your guardianship. Allah put the word under your guardianship. You say, allati fi hujurikum min nisaikum allati dakhaltum bihinna. This part is very, very sensitive. After marrying a woman who was a widow before she had her own children, it so happened that if something happened to this woman, your wife, pass away, and now she have her own daughter, your stepdaughter. Normally, can you marry a stepdaughter? Normal case, can you marry your stepdaughters? No. But in this ayah, Allah said, no, with condition. You cannot marry your stepdaughters if that stepdaughter was staying with you. From young, they were staying with you. It's just like your daughter. But you have stepdaughters who don't stay with you. After the wife, your wife, who you married as a widow, they have her own family, the children have grown up, they stay by themselves, or they may stay with their father. Once in a while, they come back and see you as a stepfather and their mother. Those who are not under your guardianship, if you decide to marry them, you can still marry them. But normally, people don't choose that because they do not want to create any unnecessary reaction from the people. But Islamically, because there's no blood relationship. And she is like a stranger to you too, because she don't grow in front of you. She is with her other family. But with one condition. Anything to do with a marriage, After you marry a woman, remember, brother and sister, in Islam, married is not just I love you, you love me. You must have a nikah. That's why they call nikah. Nikah literally means you must consume it. You must have a relationship. You cannot say, let us get married, I love you, you love me, I take care of you, you take care of me, but not more than that. Huh? Because I'm afraid. I'm phobia with this. No. You want me to massage your leg, put my reflexology, no problem. When sleeping time, you sleep that bed, I sleep this bed. We are husband and wife. You agree upon? We can be a husband, no problem, but no physical kind of relationship. That's why in Islam when you say nikah means sexual relationship. You must be together. You must be together. There cannot be a nikah because when you don't consume it, suddenly you have problem, you want to break off. After marriage, after you have spent 100,000 ringgit with all the gift and all the marriage ceremony, so happen that you don't consume it. Then you argue, you end up with divorce. Now then you have your mother-in-law who love you also. That mother-in-law, you can get married again. But if you have entered your relationship with her, then that mother-in-law, you cannot get married forever. Because you have consumed it with the daughter. You understand that, brother and sister? Yeah? It's just like when you got married, you don't consume it, you got divorced, no iddah. No iddah. Today you divorced, confirmed divorce this morning, evening you can remarry again. No problem, you can plan that also. But if you have been together even once, then the iddah will come in. You have to wait for 3 cycles of your iddah to make sure that nothing is hidden in your body. If you feel that you are pregnant, you cannot hide that pregnancy. Allah wants you to tell them, I am pregnant. So there is no divorce when the wife is pregnant. Even the husband says, I divorce you. That divorce will not take place until the wife delivered, and then you can go back to the court. And if he still said, yes, I'm going to divorce my wife, then the divorce will be reinforced. Yeah. Both born of your wife unto whom you have gone in, but there is no sin on you if you have not gone into them to marry their daughter. So if you do not have any sexual relationship, then you can marry the mother-in-law. No more in-law now. She become outlaw again, and then you can marry her. Yeah? The wife of your sons who spring from your own loins. Yeah? That means your daughter-in-law. You cannot get married. Yeah? 2 sisters in wedlock. You cannot. It so happened this family have 6 girls. And the girls are so attached to each other. And now the sister said, you cannot marry me. I cannot depart from my sister. If you want, you marry both of us. What do you think? Most of the men will get, by right it's easier. You get one free. But Islam said no. At one time you cannot marry 2 sisters. You only can marry the second one after the first one has been divorced. Yeah, after the first one got divorced with you, if you want to get married, the other sister, you still can. Yeah. So that's why sisters-in-law, it's very important for you to know your limit. Even now, this is your brother-in-law, very close to you, but there is a hudud that you must take care. too close may create another fitna. Yeah? And sometimes you have a sister who are not a loving type of sister. Very straightforward, don't talk. You got that kind of wife. But your sister-in-law is very talkative, very friendly, very proactive. Always be with you, help you, and sometimes the fitna may come in. So you must know the limit. The same go to the brother-in-law. You may respect your brother-in-law, he's a good man. But you must remember there is a limit for everything. To safeguard the fitna, you don't let your wives to stay in a house with your own brother without you being there. It's very dangerous. Things can happen to anybody. The husband so busy working outstation, leave the wife, and the brother-in-law is there, and their own brother is there. And now your wife is so lonely, something happened. What is going to happen? The whole family will collapse. Don't take this stick lightly. Anything to do with married life, brother and sister, we do not want to end with all this problem, unrest, and we do not want to end hatred each other. No. We want to have a peaceful family. Because that environment will give a good impact to your children. Your children will be very happy to have a good uncle, a good auntie. But you have this kind of problem, do you think they are going to respect the uncle? You have cases, incest. Brother do something bad to their own sister. Force the sister. What do you think is going to happen to the sister? Do you think the sister will forgive the brother? Do you, the sister, want to see this brother? No way. He is dead to me. Don't talk about that man. And if she have a family, she's going to tell her sister, her daughter, her son, you only have one brother, one uncle. If you have 5 uncles, he'll say, oh, only one. The rest, he don't acknowledge any. Why? Because something bad have happened. So this kind of thing is very dangerous. Don't take it lightly. The law of Islam is here to protect, to safeguard, to make sure that our ending is good and good for all our children. But if one thing happens without you taking care of it properly, you are going to cause a lot of anger, hatred among the family. So that is not what Islam wants for a family life. Yeah? Islam loves all of us to have a good life, good environment for you and for your offspring, your children. So brothers and sisters, in brief, the Prophet even said, Inna rada'a tuharrimu ma tuharrimul wilada. Or yahrumu minar rida, or minar rada'ati ma yahrumu minan nasab. Suckling prohibit what birth prohibits. Suckling established prohibited decree just as blood does. This is for the suckling sibling. But the only thing that when you become brothers and sisters through the foster mother, you cannot marry with each other, yes. But you cannot inherit the property from this suckling mother. Your foster mothers, if she's a rich woman, she died and she have property, you as the suckling son have no right to that property. Unless she give it to you or she write a will that 1/3 of what belong to me, I want to donate it to my my son, foster son. Then it's okay. You cannot fight for that. That belong to their own blood family, not to us. So inshallah, may Allah protect us from all this misunderstanding if you're not aware of. And that's why in Islam, brothers and sisters, when you want to get married with anybody, they have to check whether there is any of this kind of relationship or not. We may not aware. If you have this foster parents issue, make sure you have a good record. You don't hide, because you may be caught into this situation. They don't know each other, and later on they fall in love somewhere, and they thought that they are stranger, and they got married, they got children. Later on, some family members say, how can you got married? You all are under the foster suckling sibling. It happened in this country already. This country have happened. In Johor, there was a case many years ago. Now they have their own children. After 4 children, somebody came up and said their marriage is not legal because they are the suckling sibling. After they got children. And they love each other so much. Now how are you going to separate them? So Islam is here to prevent before anything bad happens. May Allah protect us, inshallah. Now we open for Q&A. Tafaddal. I did not go in detail about how, if you want to get married. I just said what you can't first. Any question from the sisters first? Think that you are not clear, you should ask me, so that you don't miss misunderstood the message, inshallah. Sisters, any question from the sister side? No? Good. Faddal. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Help the sister, please. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to know if we can, let the children to listen music or not, because sometimes the baby, when they are very naughty, and I want to make my son calm down, and then sometimes I will, let him listen some nasheed, but with music. But I've heard from my uncle that he said the music with the instruments is haram. So I want to clarify with this point.
You are talking about sometimes you want the baby to rest, to sleep, yeah? Easily you may want to put some kind of music background, so there's some sound.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
baby hear the sound, maybe come down a bit.
Yeah.
You can put a lot of other things, but not music. We use instruments like guitars, piano, string, and wind. Drum, yes. But if you ask me, I would say the best thing is to put the Quranic recitation. So make the child feel good when each time he hear the recitation of Quran, he becomes so peaceful. I've seen there are children, baby, because their upbringing was like that. The newborn baby, when he cry and they put on the Quran recitation, the baby just stop crying. And then when they off the recitation, the baby cry again. And then they on again, it stop crying. So they test. They trial, put a trial on this, and it worked very, very good. There is more blessing than music. Because the Prophet do allow us to do something for entertainment, but use the Islamic way of entertainment. I always recommend us to put the Quran with a very beautiful sound, and then with a very soft kind of background. Don't use the one with instrument like wind, string, because it's forbidden.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Next, any next question from the sisters, please?
Assalamualaikum.
Wassalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, I just reverted to Islam last year, end of last year, and
Alhamdulillah,
sometime I go to the restaurant, which they don't have the halal cert.
Halal logo, okay.
Okay, and when I ask the staff, they say it's halal. Okay, and I've seen a lot of Muslim
Eating.
eating in their restaurant. And is it true the food become haram for me if I start to doubt whether the food is halal?
Halal
or
or haram.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, Islamically, the Prophet said, Da ma yuribuka illa ma la yuribuk. Meaning Islam have a guidance. Yeah? The Prophet said, stay away from something doubtful to something that is no doubt. That means if you have doubt, don't carry on. It's easy for us. We don't, after eating, still have doubts. Halal, haram, halal. But it's inside already. Are you going to vomit it out? You can't do that. Make sure you are sure it's halal. Okay? That's how Islam guides us. Islam do not want you to go into the gray area. But you must understand the situation of halal logo. I was involved many years ago to be one of the advisor for the World Halal Council. Not in Malaysia. World Halal Council is, they have one big office in Istanbul. You have the secretariat in Philippines. So I was involved with them. So when they have conferences, normally they will invite me to present something and give some advice. Before halal logo, it is very easy. It is more simple because it's not been commercialized and not been politicized. Now halal logo is being commercialized and politicized. You want? You join us. When you join us, this is the feast. If your factory is so far away, in Australia, in New Zealand, you must invite our team, maybe 3, 5, to go and visit your plant to confirm that this is halal. And each time we come, of course, it's a first class flight, 5 stars hotel, plus some gift. Everything is just money, money, money. So some company, big company like Australia, New Zealand, they will invite, they want all their product to be marketed in the Muslim country. But you have incident. When you go, a group from here, they said, your standard of halal do not reach our standard. We have a higher standard. So, we will not give you the halal logo. If you don't follow our standard is what? Of course, you must pay. You must pay extra fees. So it makes this company, big company, very upset. Are you telling us that what we are doing is not halal enough for you? When Kuwait authority have given us the license that is halal, when Saudi or Middle East have given us the license of halal, they have sent their officer, and they are very simple, because they don't need all this extra money from you. You are going to do business with us, send halal meat to our country. We make sure that it's halal, then okay. But today, we have country have their own interest they want to control. It become commercial. So in this country, Malaysia, example, when people want to apply for the halal logo, they have to spend so much. And it takes so long time. And because of politics again, people waiting whether you have we want to give some extra and all. And one thing, if you like dim sum, every type of the food that you want to serve, they want to charge you. So people will apply and see how they respond. They don't respond if you don't make things easy. You know, sometimes in life, everything is about. You look at my finger, you understand. So now the other way of people doing it is what? It's important to make sure that they get the chicken supply, everything, and the ingredient is halal. The chicken supply from a Muslim slaughterhouse, example. That is important. About the logo, sometimes it's not the logo that make it halal. It's the food is halal, it's halal. So people who are small wise, they employ Muslim worker to show that no, you see that this Muslim staff is there. They are doing the the kitchen stuff, and there's no haram thing involved. You can check my ingredient, you can check my ketchup, you can say everything is halal. One is halal, even without the halal logo, inshallah is halal. To me, the logo is not that important. Because the logo today is being commercialized, that's why. I would say that if I was given the authority, I would want to make more people who do business to do halal business. It's good for them, it's good for everybody. Halal business is good for everybody. And I will make it easy. I'm not going to put all these extra charges. Why? Halal thing you must promote. You don't commercialize things. But today people are finding money from every angle.
And now, even in Facebook or WhatsApp, sometimes we found out that people trying to, maybe people envy this particular restaurant is doing very good business.
Correct.
So they are coming out with something that's saying, oh, their logo, halal logo is not valid.
It's not valid.
Just for example, like receive message that saying the chicken sell in giant hypermarket is not halal. So, and it's go viral about all this thing, you know. So how do we go about it?
How we go about is very simple, sisters and brothers. In Islam, when you have this kind of news, number one, don't entertain. Number one, because Facebook is not our reference. Our reference is the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet. Facebook, anybody can create this unnecessary thing just to see how you react. And sometimes people have no work to do. They want everybody to respond, and also they get some income. Because a lot of people is going to the net now, going into Facebook now. This shaitan, this thing is, the person who get involved is very, very irresponsible. Create fitna. And that's why the Prophet was reminded by Allah, al-fitna ashaddu min al-qatl. Fitna is worse than killing a person. Because you are killing the business. And when you kill the business, you kill not only one people. If this is an outlet, thousands of people will suffer. Don't entertain. But in case, being human, when people are talking, you are was now. No problem. You don't go and ask all these nonsense people. You straight go to the Giant or Giant just go or the supermarket, see the authority, and ask them, I want to know, is this chicken halal? Then they'll tell you, you go and check if there's a halal logo there. But still people, if you don't want to have, you don't want to believe in the logo, what can I do? Then you can say, where do you get the supply? They must give you the information. We got the supply from this. and is certified is a halal slaughterhouse. After you've made your own research, you're okay, you just continue. Don't entertain to this Facebook and all this. I don't respond at all. Number one, I don't have Facebook. Even I don't have my own Facebook. People say I have a Facebook. Somebody create a Facebook, without my permission. Can you imagine what this technology can do to you? I don't go to this anymore. Enough. I have my own book to read, and I have my face. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So better do it that way. Don't. But in case you still have doubts, being human, after people give you, you still have that, then you can go straight to the management and reconfirm. And when you, it's like me. I give you one simple example. I love seafood restaurant. So my friend, my student said, inside here, deep inside at the end of this road, you have Lala Chong seafood restaurant. Before it was in Subang, now this transfer here, and it's halal. My student informed me it's halal. My student, they have learned. So I thought that I believe in you, so I went to eat. I brought my family, I brought my student, and we have good food, alhamdulillah. Of course, when we go to seafood, we order seafood, and it's still halal, alhamdulillah. After some time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me a feeling. It's good for me to reconfirm. That is after eating for many times. Yeah, when you don't have doubts, you go on until the doubts start to come into you. So I went one day because I'm going to invite my foreign guests, Arabs, who is coming to visit me to taste our good food. One thing, seafood Chinese restaurant is fresh. That is very good. So I went. I met the Chinese, the captain, like a captain. Yeah. I speak to him Chinese a bit. I said, no, I have a guest coming. I want to bring them here, but I do not want to make them feel uncomfortable. And if this is not halal, and I say halal, one, they come to know, they will not believe in me anymore. That means if I'm a business partner, they don't want to do business with me. I have fear that I cannot lie to my guests. It's like you do business, it's not good for you to lie. Oh, very good. Yes, everything here is halal. The seafood, all of course, seafood is halal. The only thing that is chicken. The chicken, we did not order from the halal butcher. We get the supply from the normal one, from our Chinese supplier. But whoever orders seafood is halal. I said, thank you. Now I know. Because I know now, it's better for me to alert. That's why I alert my student here. Because sometimes we do not know. We thought that when seafood halal, chicken should be halal too. It so happened they are not wise to get supply from a non-halal supplier. They should have get it from the halal supplier. They don't do that. This is what they informed me. I didn't get it from the Facebook, and I asked them. When they inform me, I have to tell my student. So I don't go there anymore, because one, I know that they have done something and they did not even inform us from the beginning. So I don't trust them that much. So I stay away. You got that, sister? Yeah?
Yeah, thank you, Ustad.
Now, it's very important for the sister to ask this question, because to me, I don't bother about that, because the halal logo is being commercialized. That's why I have no respect to that logo. You know, behind here, sister, every night, lorry will come in to supply chicken to be slaughtered here. Inside here only. And I do not know how clean this place is. Sometimes maybe they slaughter, but you do not know how they take care of the thing, is whether it's clean or not. It's not just halal. Make sure it's clean. The quality of the meat is being taken care of. Allah, Allah. So may Allah protect us from our food. Be more careful. Yeah. And as long as you know it's halal, alhamdulillah. Yeah. You still have doubts, share with us. We will try to check also, and then we will inform all of you, inshallah. Yeah. That's all for today. It's Zohar time. We can prepare for our Zohar prayer, inshallah. And brother and sister, may Allah protect our iman, our intake, so that whatever food that we eat is halal food. Yeah, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika. Recite this prayer together. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever recite this prayer at the end of a meeting or a class, all the minor sin that we have committed, may Allah erase it, and we will leave this area with the forgiveness of Allah Rabbul Alamin. May Allah grant us His forgiveness, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.